According to George Owoyesigire, Ag.Asst.Commissioner, the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, the gorilla's population growth is low compared to the size of habitants, and this is due to the low birth in the gorillas because of the natural factors that restrict the growth of the population.
Very low compared to the size of the habitats. We have Mgahinga and we have Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, which actually crosses up to Congo. The other habitat crosses up to Rwanda, so the habitat is still adequate for the population. We have the entire region, Rwanda, Congo and Uganda. We have about 1,000 gorillas only, and that is a very minimal population. But also the experts are here. The birth rates are very minimal. They are very low. The gorillas take time to produce. They are like us. They told us they are 98.something% of human beings, so they produce only one individual.
However, he acknowledged that Uganda's income is now at 50 billion shillings compared to the virus years, where the tourism industry would earn 100 billion shillings per year from the investors to view the gorillas.
But we have other activities in other parks. We have chimpanzee tracking, the boat cruises, and we have concessions. So overall, before COVID, we were generating more than 100 billion across all the parks. But that's why I said the gorilla revenue from gorillas contributes more than 50% of our revenue. That's why it is a very important resource for us as a country.
According to Dr. Gladys Zikusoka, the founder and the CEO of Conservation Through the Public Health, the organization is aiming to promote the biodiversity conservation by enabling the coexistence of the people, gorillas, and the environment through the improving health and livelihoods in and around the African protected areas.
Livelihood improvement is very important, and actually it comes from everybody. All of us can support. The role of NGOs is to improve the relationship between government and communities. And one way that we do it is by improving community health, community well-being, community livelihoods. And one of the ways you saw was Gorilla Conservation Coffee. It's a social enterprise that supports farmers living around protected areas where gorillas are found. That's one livelihood. The other one is tourism, as Mr. Owoyesigire mentioned. On top of 20% of park entry fee, $10 from every gorilla permit goes to the local communities around Bwindi. And the money can be a lot.
According to the Wildlife Tourism Act, it is mandatory to promote awareness to the public about tourism. On the policy review formulation, one of the requirements is to consult the stakeholders and the public regarding the gorillas.
So while you're consulting stakeholders, you're doing what we call the regulatory impact assessment. Now, many of the policies, especially the One Health policy, which I'm very conversant with that I will talk about, we are at the level of conducting the RIA. So once the RIA has been conducted, all the issues of antimicrobial resistance, zoonotic diseases, biosecurity and biosafety, food safety, name them, we will also have a permanent place and we'll have further discussions around that.
In Kenya, in northern Kenya, they have what they call the conservancies, where communities manage large chunks of land. They have their own wildlife and they can admit tourists. We don't have that here, so we wanted to integrate some of those initiatives. There is growing demand for incentives and benefits from communities. We need to address all these things. So that's why we have embarked on this journey.